everybody, and a happy Monday. Glad everybody come out this morning.
It's Monday.
It's Monday. Mondays aren't so bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, if you don't go to sleep between them, does it stay the same day?
Not in your mind, it doesn't.
Oh, okay, because I could still be working on Saturday or something here.
Right. How you feeling this morning?
I'm doing fine.
Doing fine. We had some fun over the weekend. Looked for fonts and worked on some stuff, and
Ran marathon.
yeah. I forgot about that. Run a marathon.
Yeah, it's hard to remember you ran a marathon.
Yeah, it was long marathon.
Took a long time.
Let's go ahead and say hello to the folks. Mr. Jack Gallman from Marion, North Carolina. Good morning, Mr. Gallman, if you're still here. Come in early this morning at 10:30. We got Lucky Duck. Good morning, Lucky Duck. Good to see you, buddy. Right here's a good channel, folks. You need to go over and check out Cgriller Stacker, member of the channel, saying good morning, numismatic canines. Special hello to Madam Marcel. Thanks for taking care of our gal Zoey. Zoe Strong with the puppy. She's downstairs with Zoe right now, watching make sure Zoe don't get into trouble. Thank you, Cgriller Stacker. Good morning, sir. Good to see you, buddy. Saying good morning to Jack Gallman is Keno Man. Good morning, man. Good to see you. There's another good channel you need to go over and check out, folks. Coin Stuff I Like. Member of the channel. Good morning, friends. Good morning, sir. Had a video out the other day. Mr. Kevin Hawthorne. Good morning from Lakeland, Florida. Good morning, sir.
Sorry.
Knocking stuff over and
Causing a ruckus.
causing a ruckus, she says. Just destroying my coins. Oh, you put them out of order. Oh, no.
Sorry,
You guys understand coins out of order. You know, you got the dates and the flips. You got them all in dates and stuff. She just destroyed them. Put them out of order, though. At least they were in flips.
Sorry.
They're pretty important, too. Barber dimes. Let me unmark it. 4 of them. 4 Barber dimes. Want to do a video on them?
Trying to give y'all a sneak peek.
Trying to give you guys a sneak peek. Bassman, moderator extraordinaire. Good morning, brother.
Marathon runner.
Marathon runner. Did you see Mr. Palladino endorsed my use of steel wool in his video? No.
Oh, no.
I was trying to forget about it. Kind of looking at it like, no. Miss Amy Harrell, moderator and member of the channel, saying hello to me. Good morning, Miss Amy. Keep a little wave. Hope you and Baba are doing well this morning. Hey, Mr. Gallman still is here. Good morning, Mr. John Shank. Good to see you, buddy. I seen you up there, and for some reason, whenever my coins got through everywhere, I got distracted. Good morning, buddy. I hope you're feeling good and everything. Hope you're doing all right. SF Kim Rush. Good morning, sir. Hello, one and all. As usual, no time for individual hellos. Playing the guitar. I will make time I don't have. I like it. on die repairs, not coins, Cgriller Stacker. Die repairs. See, that's one thing I don't understand, because I've heard of new coins coming out of the mint that have been sent off for grading, have came back details. Is it because when they polish the dies, they leave small marks in it? Just now wondered that. Like if you take 4 steel wool and you polish a die, it's going to leave little scratches on it. If you mint a coin, wouldn't it put those little scratches in? What do you guys think? Mr. Scott S. Good morning, Sword. Sword. Good morning, sir. Good to see you, buddy. Gold Aztec. Good morning, Tiny Zoey and Bassman. Good morning, Zoey. Sorry, I got loud. Everybody's still saying hello to one another. I like it. I like it a lot. 14 fine folks in here. Why don't you go ahead and hit that thumbs up button? Let YouTube know that we're doing something good over here. So, today is National Dog Day. Make sure you do something fun with your puppy. And I know Miss Amy has a dog. I know Ken of mine has a dog. Do any of you other ones have a puppers? Or should I say, do your dogs have you? Because after all, they choose us. We don't choose them. I mean, you know, you could say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to rescue this dog from the shelter," or I'm gonna get this dog. I'm gonna buy this dog. You can buy a dog, but you can't make it love you. You know what I'm saying? Like you can take a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink. You can buy a dog or rescue a dog, and if it don't like you, it's not going to like you. Love you. You guys be careful, okay? Ladies are heading out to a doctor's appointment. But anybody else? Oh, yes. A King Charles Cavalier Spaniel and an Esky. Miniature Eskimo. Nice. Very nice, Lucky Duck. Got to see a couple doctors today, pain management, and got to get cancer scans done, and I got to go back Wednesday. Yes, like Bassman says, best wishes. Best wishes, sir. I had a coin from a die with heavily die abrasions on the obverse. Came back from PCGS as scratched. They were absolutely wrong. I should have sent it back for reconsideration. See, it does it. That's right, Tony. Song of the week, Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. Nice. AC/DC. Love AC/DC. Bon Scott was like quintessential hard rock singer. I mean, he was the man. He sees the surgeon for his broken left arm tomorrow morning. Oh. Miss Amy and SF Kim Rush is talking about the 5-ounce Napoleon. Really enjoyed that one. I feel good being able to get one. Yes. I think she may have got that from Mr. Kevin. Oh, I don't know if it was the Napoleon or not. I know he sold a 5-ounce. One of those 5-ounce I can't remember. So is Lucky Duck the only one that has pups? I've had many dogs over the years. In my mind, I still have the dog I grew up with 18 years with Princess.
Go take him myself.
Okay.
I have a dog.
Love you too, baby. Yes, Bassman has a cute little dog.
You should
It's
have
like-
seen her this morning.
What was she doing?
Well, you know, she has to take a pill twice a day.
Yep.
And you have to hide said pill in something to get her to take it. And
Or
she
she'll
can
spit
smell
it
it.
out. She'll spit it out.
She'll drop what she's eating and rake at it with her foot till she gets that pill out, and then she'll put it back in her mouth. Well, today she came in here. She stays in here with me during the day, and she came in here with a handful of, my wife was carrying it, the meat, and a handful of chicken, sliced chicken, and some bacon bits. Well, I'd give her a piece of sliced chicken and she wouldn't eat it. Just let it lay there and look at it. Well, that's what we hide the pill in.
Yeah.
Well, she just left that piece of meat laying there forever. And finally, my wife said, here, just let her eat the bacon bit. So she ate a bacon bit, and then I dropped a piece of meat on the bed, and she looked at it and reached over and picked it up and ate it.
Huh.
You know, she wouldn't even eat that chicken. But
Right.
yet, after she got in her bacon bit, she could eat the chicken. So
Picky,
we
picky, picky.
finally slipped the pill in and gave it to her.
Yeah, Marcel, she's a champ when it comes to taking like her little chew treat things you give them for heartworm and fleas and ticks and stuff like that. Well, she had to take a probiotic right after was it a probiotic? Something like that. Right after we got her, because her stomach kept.
Yeah.
You remember the trouble she had with her stomach, and we were having trouble finding a food that wouldn't upset her stomach because poodles are notorious for having funny stomachs. We finally did find one, and believe it or not, it's a cheap brand from Sam's. It's human food quality hard food for dogs. It's got chicken and rice and something else in it. There's no fillers like wheat or soy or anything like that. It's chicken, rice, and some other stuff. But it's their brand, the Maker's Choice or whatever the Sam's brand is. But we get that for her, and we had to have Hill Science diet with stuff for her stomach, like prescription dog food, to help her with her stomach. And we had to put probiotics in it. And they said, you'll have to hide it in food because it tastes really nasty.
Yeah.
Well, we got some of the wet dog food out, and I made a meatball out of it. I give it to her, and it wasn't very big. It may have been the size of a quarter, a little bit bigger than a quarter, because I didn't want to, give her some big meatball. But you had to put like half a teaspoon in it, and it was a powder, and it did smell really bad. Because I was like, how bad can it?
Yeah.
It was bad. I mean, it was bad. The words that just come in my mouth, the words that just come in my head to describe it, I'm not going to say on the live stream. Not going to say it. But it was pretty bad. So I opened it up, put it in there, made that little meatball, and went to give it to her. Well, she took a little bite of it, and a lot of that stuff fell out. She didn't. I said, oh, no, we got to give that to her. Without missing a beat, she bent over and she licked it up. and then went back for the rest of the meatball. Like she knew she had to take it like it was going to be good for her or something. Since then, we've said Marcel needs her medicine. She will run downstairs and sit by the drawer where we keep her medicine in the kitchen. Like, if we say, we got to give you your medicine, like her flea medicine, her heartworm medicine, and we finished out the, because, just like a human, even if you're better, like if you're taking antibiotics, they say take them all. Even if you're feeling better, finish out the prescription. And we did that for Marcel, and she was a champ. At the end of it, we just put the powder on her plate next to her food, and she just licked it up. I mean, you could tell it tasted funny to her because she would lick some of it, and she'd turn her head sideways and she'd look at it. Like, what? And then she'd lick up some more and look at it. And she's a good dog, man. She's so smart. We give her hand commands like sit, up, stay, down, move, and she can do all that. Now, the one we give her for, what was it? I can't remember what it was. But anyway, I remember what I was going to say. We were teaching her, fun stuff like give me your paw, circles, roll over, basic dog stuff. We were trying to, have fun with her. Even though she's a medical instrument and she's a service dog, at the end of the day, she's a dog. Even though it's a service dog, even though she's a service dog, we don't want her to be burdened all the time with taking care of Zoey, even though she watches Zoey like a hawk. And when Zoey's going to have an episode or something like that, she lets her know no matter what she's doing. She could be playing with her ball or her bone. It's a little bone with a squeaker in it. Or her cow that has a squeaker in it. She knows when Zoey's about to have something. She will drop her bone and alert on Zoey, no matter what she's doing. But we want to, we had to teach her how to play. I mean, they were so ingraining service dog material and commands in her, they forgot to let her be a dog. And now she plays hard, and like John Shank says, plays hard and works harder. She's a very intelligent dog. We were like I was saying, I digress. We were teaching her, give me your paw, give me your other paw. Put your head in my hand. All we got to do is go like this with our hand out by her, and she'll lay her head in your hand. Go like this, and she'll give her your paw, and then you go like this with a thumbs up, and she'll give you her other paw. Roll over, spin. Very smart dog. Give me your paw. We had to show her twice. Give me your paw, and then we reached down and put her paw in our hand. And we showed her twice, and then we went, give me your paw. Paw was in your hand. I mean, this dog is the smartest dog I've ever had. And I've had a lot of dogs over the years. She's the smartest dog I've ever had. And I've had dogs that have been able to go to the refrigerator and get you stuff. I'm not going to say what she gets, it's adult beverages. She's very smart. You can say, go get me this. She go get you that. Or you can say, go get me a Mountain Dew. She go get you a Mountain Dew. She's the dog that I've talked about her before. She could let herself outside to go to the bathroom. Had a rope on the doorknob. She would pull the rope and pull it open and let herself outside, push the screen door open, hit the latch, let herself outside. And whenever the screen door would open, it would catch. And then whenever she would come back in, it had like one of those child locks that when it went one way, it caught and the door would catch. Well, when she would come back in, she would pull on it, it would actually pop that lock, and she could shut the screen door. And then she would come upstairs and shut the door. The only thing she had a problem with was closing the refrigerator door. She would always forget to close the refrigerator door. Her name was Jordan. She was a border collie Shar-Pei mix. Absolutely gorgeous dog. Very smart dogs.
Yeah. My dog is 2 different dogs at least.
Multiple personalities or what?
Yeah.
Well, she is a different dog. She is a different dog around Mrs. Bass, man. I know
what I'm saying.
sure.
With my wife is home, that's a whole different dog right there. The dog will lay right here on the foot of my bed and will not move all day long. I can walk by and pet her. I can do anything I want. Never hear from her. Sometimes if she has to go to the bathroom, she'll get down and scratch the door.
Mm-hmm.
If my wife was laying there on the bed and I stand up, first thing she'll do is bite me if I get near her. And the second thing is she starts barking at me as I go out the door.
Where the hell are you going? Get away from my mama.
All the time when I leave the room. And then about my wife's back gets to hurting her in the middle of the night. So she gets up and goes and gets in the recliner. Well, the dog got used to that now. And now the dog gets in bed and she'll want to drink and she'll sit there and jump and bounce and buck and make all kinds of motions, trying to wake us up. And then she'll go and get her, with my wife, I'd go get her a drink or something. Or take her out where we keep the door closed because we have 2 cats and we don't want the cats to come in the bedroom. Well, the stupid dog, like I say, I can walk by her 100 times a day and she never do anything.
Love on her and everything.
Yeah, sitting on my wife in the chair. I can't even walk by the chair without her taking a snap at me. If I dangle my hand down close to her or something.
Oh yeah, I've seen the blood. I've seen the blood. People.
Yeah. But if she wants, if I come in there and just stand in the living room, she starts going crazy trying to get my attention by walking out on the foot of the chair.
Yeah.
To try to get me to go get her a treat off the refrigerator.
Because that's your job when you're in the kitchen, is treats.
And if my wife has a sack of treats over by her chair.
Oh, those aren't the right ones, though.
No, well, some are, some aren't. And she knows the difference.
Yeah.
But, oh, yeah. And picky, oh, Lord, she's picky about things. If she don't want something, you can't make her eat it. Most dogs, you throw something near them and they swallow it down, She won't, like peanut butter. She don't care nothing for peanut butter.
What? That's the funniest thing ever. Peanut butter on the roof of the mouth.
Won't hardly eat cheese. Every once in a while she'll take a piece of cheese or something. But you give her one of them bagging strips and she'll scarf it. But she got to a point where she wouldn't eat them. And so we got her greenies and she'd eat them. Then she got where she wouldn't eat them. Now she's back to bagging strips. But my wife got her Canadian bacon, little cheap Canadian bacon slices.
Yeah. To
wrap her pill in.
Ah.
And she got to where she wouldn't eat that Canadian bacon. And so my wife had to go get a different lunch meat. And, got some sliced chicken. She'll eat that sometimes. But like I say, this morning, she wasn't going to eat that chicken. She's just going to lay there and look at it. And finally, we gave her the begging strip. She downed them. Actually, she had two. She downed them and then went and picked up the chicken and ate it. But she wasn't
Well,
going to eat that chicken.
She had to have an appetizer before the
I guess.
main course.
But she wasn't going to eat that chicken until she got that begging strip in her.
Now, Marcel will sit in the kitchen with us while I cook and eat and stuff. I mean, while I cook, and then me and Laura sit at the table and eat after I cook. Marcel will lay right there under the table. She doesn't beg. She doesn't sit and stare at you, is begging. She won't come up to you and whine or, anything like that. Marcel doesn't eat human food. Even if you drop something on the floor, she will just look at it and walk away. It's like she knows that's not for me. And that amazes me, because when we first got her, they said, no human food, strictly dog food, strictly diet food, it could mess up her stomach. I was trying to give her a piece of cheese, Puppies like cheese usually. So I'm trying to give her a piece of cheese. She wouldn't take it. But now, as soon as I broke out that thing of bacon strips, the generic version of bacon strips that you get from like Dollar General or something like that. I can't remember but they're in a little blue bag. Now, she knew that was for her. And that's wild. She won't even take a real piece of bacon. And I'm like, that's unheard of.
Yeah.
If it smells good to a dog, they're going to eat it. I mean, even if it's like an onion or a pickle or something like that, dogs usually don't like vegetables all that much. But like bacon and hamburger and ham and stuff like that, dogs tear it up. She won't go near it. It's like she knows that that's not suitable for her stomach or her diet. But now, the one thing she will eat that's human quality food, other than her food, because it's human quality food, you could eat it if you had to, but it's pumpkin. Pumpkin is good for a dog's stomach. It's digestive life, and it helps keep them regular and stuff. It took forever to get her to eat pumpkin. I ended up having to take the pumpkin and mix her dog food in it. Like, I would take a bowl of dog food, like 2 cups of dog food. I would take 2 cups of dog food and take 1 tablespoon, like a heaping tablespoon of pureed, like you make pumpkin pie out of, and put it in everything, put it right on top. She ate around it, and it was left sitting in the thing. Well, I started mixing it up in her dog food, and she ate it, all but a little bit of it. Well, then I give her, they say 2 heaping tablespoons of puree in their food. And Marcel, she'll only eat twice a day. We've tried to give her, like us, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, because she eats when we eat, because we'll go down there and we'll eat. She'll lay under the table. She'll go eat and come back under the table. And then lunch, if we have lunch down there, she'll go eat and then come lay down. She was on the same routine as we were. So they say 2 tablespoons of pumpkin will help a dog stay regular, and it'll help their stomach. She absolutely loves it now. Laura will say, it's punky time, and she will run to the kitchen. So that's the only human type food she'll actually eat. We could probably get her to eat other stuff, but I mean, why if she don't want to?
Here's
And
a
I mean,
question for you.
how do you organize your coins? Types. I organize them by types. All the Benjis and everything with Benjis and all the Danskos, like that for the collection. One of each year. Then flips in flip boxes of like if you don't have a lot of something, like a little piece of a index card cut with a little flap on it that you put in between your flips, like if you have Indian head cents and then you flip it and then you have your wheat cents starting, by year, and then the piece of index card sticking up and folded back, and then the wheat cents, keeping it by years. I always start with the oldest date furthest to the back because it's to me it just seems easier that way. I used to use 3-ring binders.
Scott S.
3-ring.
Scott S. He says he does his by throwing them in a box.
He just sprinkles them like that guy with the salt on the steak. He just sprinkles them in the box.
A little bit everywhere.
Yeah. I want to say hello to Parvis Newell. Good morning, Parvis.
Right now, mine are in boxes mostly, but I'm getting the books going. And
he's a Dansko man.
Yeah, I got the program on my computer to catalog them. And so I'm starting to do that. But for right now, I just put everything in one box, and it just, as I do them into that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I finally got a flip book and boxes for slabs. So I'm gonna start. I got to go back in and find get the coins that I've already entered, and that program tells where you're putting them. So I got to go back in and change where I put them so that I can keep track of them. But I'm getting better at it. I don't. A lot of times I just don't feel well enough with my head hurting and stuff to sit here and do that very long. But it is a good idea to get them in organization, some kind of organization if you can, because at least where, like put all your quarters in one box and all your pennies in another. Even if it's that detailed, at least you've got them sort of.
You guys remember, well, some of you may remember, told you a story about when we went to the Cincinnati Coin Show. Bassman, Mr. Kevin, myself, 55 Chevy, Coin Op, Durbin's, Mr. Daniel from Coin Help You, Daddy Pa. There was a lot of us there. Bassman was reading off years of wheat cents he was looking for to complete his Dansko. Well, 99.9 infinity, because he's not going after the 1909 SVDB anytime soon. So he was reading off the years, and I was going through and picking out nice ones, the nicest ones that I can find in these, average circulated type flip boxes for him. We were tag teaming it. And he says 1925S. There was only one. So I grabbed the 1925S and I set it down with the rest of his coins, and we moved on. A little later in the week, Bassman makes it home. He looks at it under the microscope. It's a 1925 Denver. He says it's not my fault because we were busy it was my fault that I didn't look at the mint mark, because usually I'll look at the year on the flip and the mint mark. Trust, but verify. Trust the person, trust the flip, but verify on the coin. I've seen it a lot. I've heard of it a lot, where you look at what's on the flip, but when you look at the coin, it's something totally different. A lot of people have done it. Anyway, I'm not saying the guy, was trying to hoodoo us or whatever, because, how's he going to know that Bassman's going to come in there for a 1925S, or even somebody else? I mean, he's just miswrote. No problem. Honest mistake. But I took it as it was my fault. Bassman kept saying, it's not your fault, not your fault. It was my fault. So what did I do? I got some 1925S Lincoln wheat cents and sent to Bassman. I sent him 6 of them so he could choose the one he wanted for his book. And we found a pretty nice one. I say, now don't search it without me, and what we'll do is we'll get on here and Bassman will bring up his microscope and I'll make him full screen and we'll look and find the best one, as a team. Well, we do everything as a team. So we were looking at the wheat cents. We found the best one. We put it in his book. When he found the best one, the weight that come off my shoulders was an amazing feeling. I mean, then I felt like I had made my wrong right. I had corrected my mistake. So I was really happy about that. And it was that box that was sitting back here that I kept teasing Bassman about. He figured out what was in the box before I sent it to him. It's supposed to be a surprise. What did I send you, Bassman?
A drone.
A drone. My brother gave me a drone that he bought off of Temu. He bought 2 or 3 of them because he wanted one for himself, wanted one for me, and wanted one for my brother-in-law. So they were $15 off Temu, and they're nice, aren't they, Bassman?
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
nice
they're not.
little...
Yeah, they're not. I mean, they're the miniature drones. They're this big, and then when the arms come out, they're like this big. But it comes with feet that go under the, they look like skis on a snowmobile.
Yeah,
that on the landing legs, you snap them on there. It comes with extra blades, for when you're learning how to fly it. You just up against a wall or a tree or something and break a blade off. Comes with extra blades. Hooks to your cell phone. Has a 1080p camera on it. The only thing is you can't move the camera. Like on most drones, you can move the camera. The only way you can move the camera is by clicking it and putting it at the angle you want it before you fly it. But you can see what's going on with the drone right on your phone. All you have to do is download an app and you're ready to go. When I got it, I showed it to Bassman, and the first thing he said was, "Oh yeah, you don't need that. You just go ahead and send that to me." Well, it sat here, and it sat here, and it sat here. Finally, I was thinking one day when I was moving stuff around in the closet, I seen it, and I was like, you know what? Bassman wants that because he's talked about flying drones before. He'd like to get one and like to learn how to do it. And I was like, what better than a $15 drone for him to learn on before, he gets some expensive drone. But I wasn't going to use it. And I knew he wanted it, so I sent it to him. He had a dream that told him what it was, believe it or not. I said, you got any guesses what's in the box? He goes, one of 2 things. He said, I had a dream and it's either the game that you play, it's a box set of the game that you play, because I play a game online. He said it's a box set of that game, so I can play it with you, or it's that drone. I was like, what? Why would I send you my drone? You know what? So I messed with him for about 5 minutes, and I finally told him, yeah, it's that drone. You know. But before I asked him if he could figure it out, I was thinking about sending this package airmail, but I don't know if I'm going to or not. You know, air drone, air.
I didn't catch it from that.
Didn't catch, and I was dropping hints all week, and he never picked up on any of them.
No.
I think subconsciously you picked up on all those in your dream, and you're like, yeah, the drone. Oh, I've got a
lot of fishermen, like the professionals and stuff, are using drones to fly over pieces of the lake or something, or like where there's lily pads and it's hard to get your boat in there and stuff. They will fly around and look over the lake and stuff with the drone, and or like there'd be a cove or something that you can't see all the way back in, and they'll fly back in there and look around instead of trying to take their boat in.
Mm-hmm.
So they're starting to do that now. All I know is I'd end up with my drone in the lake, because
I don't think flotation device on it before you fly.
Yeah, put a life jacket under it or something. Because I don't know that I could fly that well. I haven't tried to fly this one yet, but I could run remote control cars okay. When I never owned one, but I drove other people's. And the friend of mine had one, and I could parallel park it in his dining room between the legs of the kitchen chair. He would have trouble driving between the chairs, and I could park him. And so I saw a guy with a helicopter, and I wanted one of those. And ever since I saw that, and that was back when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And anyway, I finally decided to get a little helicopter one that was cheap.
Yeah.
But it was just like plastic, a little plastic thing, and it did not fly.
Oh no. Them little ones like this?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
they
later, shoot up.
Yeah. They go up and then they crash, and pretty much. And about a year later, I saw one of the same helicopters that had a deal that you put in the floor with a stick. You know, had a stick sticking up, and then a like a plastic arm sticking out that went to the helicopter, so you could just fly the helicopter in a circle and land it. You know, it would go up and down on that stick, and
right.
And so you could fly up and then take off flying, and it'd go in a circle because it was held by that arm.
Right.
And I thought, well, no wonder they had to do that, you know, because when I tried to fly the one I flew, I'd get it up in the air, and as soon as you'd move it in a direction, it just dived to the floor. So I never could get that thing to fly. So I guess that's why I never went out and bought a drone or anything. You know, when all these people are flying drones and stuff, I never did get one. So I appreciate the drone. I'm going to try to fly it.
Oh, no problem, man. Like I said when you were thanking me before, whenever we were talking, when you opened it up, I'd flew it here, you know, on the bed. I'd hovered it up and let it hover for, you know, 5 or 10 seconds, and then set it back down. But as soon as, like you said with them other ones, as soon as I would try to move, it would move perfectly. But where my hands twitch, like when I hold my face, where my hands twitch, No.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah. Good morning, Miss Big Apple. Everyone, it is brown sugar 0069. Good morning, ma'am. Good to see you. Mr. Robert Pantoff, member of the channel. If she can have liverwurst, I have found with my dogs, she can put the medication in it, and they're eager to eat it. Yeah, oh yeah, liverwurst to dogs is like candy to a little kid. Yep.
I may have my wife try that one.
Yeah. Mr. Bandit
that-
Jones. Good morning, Tiny and Bassman. Good morning, sir, member of the channel.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that
go ahead.
is that's a tough dog to get to take a pill. Well, a dog's smell is way better. The sense of smell is way better than ours, and I can smell the pill. So I know the dog can.
Yeah.
And she smells that pill, and she's like,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that liverwurst might be the trick, something like that. That's soft enough to put it in, and
Strong smell.
strong smell to it. Yeah.
Bold taste. Dogs love strong smells, and that smells good to them, and strong taste. Yeah, that could work.
Wendy,
this
mine
out.
won't hold. We can't put ours in cheese because she won't eat cheese.
What kind of dog don't eat cheese? Well, apparently Bassman's, but still. Only stuff I like says my wife was cleaning the garage, came in and said there's a box of coin stuff out there that I found. It had mostly supplies, but also had a roll of mixed date Wheaties found in pocket change.
Ooh.
Nice. Found them in pocket change, then you found them later. That's cool. Yes. Thank God dogs have the ability to scent what we have no idea of what's going on. Dogs are absolutely amazing. Ozzy knew when I was going to have an episode. He would alert on me.
My little rat terrier did. He would always know when I was going to pass out.
Ozzy couldn't do nothing about it, but he would come to me and sit down and paw at me, with his paw. And I knew to sit down immediately, no matter where I was at. And then when I passed out, he would jump up on me and lick my face to try to wake me up. And if anybody came near me that he didn't know, you're going to get nipped. He would protect me.
The problem was with mine, the rat terrier would follow me around when I was getting bad. But then I'd get salute. I didn't notice that he was following me around. I wouldn't be paying attention to it or something, and then I'd black out. But he would come and sit by my head and just sat right there by me till I got up.
Nice. Trying to see if I missed anybody else or if anybody's came in.
Somebody's buying sets of something. Oh, man, that release coin set.
Fair to partly cloudy, Parvis. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Blue. Good morning, sir.
The mint has billed for the Unk sets because my credit card got a hit on it.
Oh, yeah. We were sitting there talking, looking at fonts. Next thing I know, Mrs. Bassman walks in. What do you got a subscription for the mint? I'm like, I knew it was an uncirculated set, and I was getting ready to say, tell her it's only $23. Tell her it's only $29. I can't remember the price, but just tell her it's not that expensive.
She knows how much it costs. They billed it. That's how she spotted it.
I know, but you could defend yourself. Well, it was only, instead of, he goes, yeah, they send it every year. It's the uncirculated set. Once you get it, it's a subscription like a magazine.
I'm waiting on my little coin things to come in. That should have been here. I would have thought that would have been here by now. When did we do that? The little things Kevin had to look at coins.
Wednesday.
She ordered them then. I would have thought I'd have
Was
had
it
them
was
by
it
now.
was it Wednesday or was it Friday?
I think it was Wednesday because he was showing us coins, and
Yeah, it
you
was
know,
after,
that
wasn't it?
he was putting them in it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll have to check on that.
Yep. Silver Gator. Hi, how y'all are? I'm so glad for me to see you. I down on damn tea from way down on the bow. Silver Gator, everybody. Tiny, the Ronald Reagan of coin collectors. That's kind of fitting. I've been shot. He was shot. That tracks. He lost his mind. I'm losing my mind. No, I'm not losing. Long time ago. You guys are just lucky because of, I mean, you guys are just jealous because the voices won't talk to me. Yes, that's what I was going to say a little bit ago. Bassman, hook up some fishing equipment on that drone and skim the lake. New kind of fishing. You could troll with that. You could troll.
Can you just see a fish hitting that thing and just pulling the whole
splash?
Big splash, and there go my drone.
Those things are really handy. Like I watch those camping videos where those guys, do canoe trips and stuff, and they're canoeing across lakes. Then they got a portage from lake to lake or lake to river, and walk through the woods with their. They fly the drone up if they can't find the trail. They'll fly their drone up and go over the woods and forests and stuff and find where the trails are. Then they know right where to go. I mean, they're so handy nowadays.
Or they'll fly down rapids and look, fly over the rapids and look at how the water's flowing through it, see if the boulders are moved or something.
Yep. See what line they got to take and stuff.
Yeah.
Or if they even can go down it. Miss Wendy, good morning. I heard Bassman talk to you there a little bit ago. So I want to say good morning. She's got the cups of coffee with the good morning. Good morning. My storage seems to have moved to a series of safety deposit boxes and safes that are pretty unorganized. For some reason, I found that out when I lived in Wisconsin, was collecting coins heavily. I had a big stand-up safe that come out of an old pawn shop that I worked at. They were switching over to a heavier duty safe. And I had a big safe, and it was all organized. It had like 6 shelves in it. Then the shelves down on the bottom that were like in those squares, had looked like a little bookshelf. And then it had a long spot on the other side for longer stuff. Well, I built a little wooden thing and evened it out with the small shelves so it could look like it was shelves just with something in the middle. Anyway, had the bullion and stuff on the bottom, had the nice stuff up on top, the stuff that I was keeping forever, the graded coins and my C.C. Morgans and the gold, and everything. But once you get in there looking at stuff, I understand completely what you're talking about, Azure Blue, because you look in it more than twice, it gets totally unorganized. Somehow, someone, you could pick something up and set it back down. You think you're setting it down in the right spot. You're not setting it down in the right spot. You're setting it down somewhere where it doesn't need to be. So I know what you're saying. Pretty unorganized. Yep, mine was too. Silver Wolverine. Part of you was asking about Silver Wolverine. I have not heard anything from Silver Wolverine. He is okay. He's just taking a break from YouTube, from what I understand. Taking some time, stepping back a little bit, doing his thing, regrouping, and I bet he comes back stronger than ever. Pool noodles is landing gear. Hey, there you go.
I don't know if it could lift off with them.
Yeah, I don't know if it could, because that air's got to move past those legs, and those poo noodles. Those poo noodles are in the way. Those pool noodles in the way. It might not be able to take off. I know that little drone. I mean, like I said, opened up. It's maybe what, Bassman, 10 inches by 9 inches, 10 inches by 10 inches, something like that.
Maybe.
I mean, it folds down to a, 6-7 inches long,
Yeah,
4 inches wide. Yeah, it's about the size of a cell phone. Just
it's a lot thicker, but it's about the size of a small cell phone.
Yeah, but the reviews of it and stuff here on YouTube are amazing. They're like, not only is it good for the price, it's as good as a higher priced drone, like a mid-level drone, price wise. They say it's what you need to do, Bassman, is you need to look up that model number on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
There's a bunch of stuff on there. It tells you how to, the little quirks and stuff that's in the controls and stuff, and how to use it. I mean,
I just need to fly it to survey the jungle behind the house.
Your backyard?
Yeah.
He needs to look for all the ancient ruins that are back there.
Yeah, there's a wagon back there buried in the briar. I got briars in my backyard, like blackberry briars and stuff. So it's grown up. I can't move my camper trailer because the trees that grew up through the bumper and the hitch. There's trees have grown up through them. And so until I cut the tree down, I can't move my trailer. We had a storm came up, tornadoes went behind the house, and the lady that used to live next to me had a pin oak tree out in front.
Is he about to disappear? Let's see. His internet's been giving him fits all morning. Oh, I missed it. Harvey's is buying sets of something. Oh, where's it at? I want to know. Gotta know. Yep, the uncirculated set. Oh, maybe he's buying 10 uncirculated sets. Maybe not. When did his buddy work for the IRS? Yep, I knew he was going to disappear. Yes, Coinstars, folks. That's a nice reminder. Not only do you check your pocket change, just like you used to check the phone, the pay phone for the quarter, go to the Coinstars, because Coinstars do not accept silver or foreign coins, and some denominations of American coins, like big dollars and stuff like that, sometimes they don't accept them. So always check the return chute down in the middle of the thing. I know people have pulled out like handful of silver. Can't remember who it was. That's Bassman right there telling me that his internet went out. Mr. John Jacobs, good morning, sir. Good to see you, buddy. Yes, 19 watching and 2 something. 20-some thumbs up or 2. I know there's got to be more than 2 likes. I hope anyway. There he is. Welcome back.
Yep. I looked up and you had a little circle of death going, so I figured I was gone. But anyway.
A guy at Walmart, when I checked Coinstar, was concerned for me until I explained. That's like I'll look at my change in my hand whenever I'm walking away from the register and they look at me funny. I'm like, oh no, I'm not counting. I trust you. I'm a coin collector and I just want to see what's in my hand. And I got to know right now.
Yeah. Well, remember, we have an auction Wednesday. Don't forget that. I'll get something out tomorrow about it. So, y'all have a good week. And I'm gone. I'll keep wishing I was fishing. Bye.
You guys have a good Monday, Tuesday. Come back and see us on Wednesday because we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11 a.m. Wednesday, we will have an auction preview for the auction that's going to happen over on Mr. Kevin's channel. That's Coins Making Sense. It happens at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Central, 7, 8 through there, 3. No. Yeah. I can't think right now. Sir Blue says Zoey Strong. I've seen Cgriller Stacker say Zoey Strong. Keno Mine saying Zoey Strong. Thank you, folks. You guys have a good day. Come back and see us Wednesday. We'll have an auction preview for the 12 amazing items that Mr. Kevin's picked up. He went to shows this weekend. Wonder what he got. You guys have a good day. I love each and every one of you, and I hope this finds you guys safe and healthy. And you guys do not forget to check that pocket change because you never know what you got in your pocket. Till you look.